I learned how to play this song the wrong way. And when I mean this song, I mean Searching for Tomorrow by Coheed and Cambria. Let me tell you a little story. Song came out. I learned a cover of it within 48 hours. I don't remember the exact time. And I was working on a lesson for you. I made it in Tux Guitar, deleted the original Tux Guitar file on accident, retabbed the whole thing out. And then Mr. Claudio Sanchez had the audacity to go on Instagram and do this. So as you can see, he's playing a guitar in E-flat tuning using a Fender Stratocaster with what I think is the Steve Lukather EMG pickups, which is kind of cool because that's what this guitar has on it, and it looks very similar. But that's not the point. To my eyes, it looked like he was in the key of B minor, but the song is in B-flat minor, which means he's in E-flat tuning, and I learned the whole song in E standard. Technically, this is the wrong way to play Searching for Tomorrow by Coheed and Cambria. But if you're lazy, like me, and don't want to detune your guitar, this is the video for you. Yes. So that's my disclosure out of the way. We're gonna learn the song now in E standard tuning. E standard tuning is how we're gonna do it. I have tabs for you throughout the video. I'm working on this new lesson format, so please bear with me, and if you have any suggestions on how I can make it a little easier to follow along with the tabs, please let me know in the comments. I have a couple ideas brewing, but you let me know, because I do still like talking to you guys through the lesson. Now, I'm going to stop talking to you personally like this right now, and I am going to hand it over to Nick on the guitar, so you won't see this face for probably like 15, 17 minutes, but you will hear this voice. And we're going to start with that iconic lick that everybody's been raving about. The, well, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This one. So it starts in this B-flat harmonic minor scale shape, which looks like this. So what I recommend, just a quick little exercise for you, if you choose to do it the wrong way. We have 4 fingers ideally, and we're going to 4 different frets. So I want you to just do 1, 2, 3, 4 on 13, 14, 15, 16. All the way up. All the way down. I have to do it too because you heard that was very sloppy. It's very like medieval Baroque sounding, and if it's not, I mean, I don't actually know what I'm talking about. But in my head, when I hear the word Baroque, this is what I think of. So it's on the A string. We have 13, 16, 15, up to the D string. 13, 16 on A, 15 on D, 13 on D, 16 on D, 15 on D. This is where it gets weird because we're going to jump the gun. We're going to go to the G string and we're going to play 15, 14, up to there, that's going to be this. Now I'm going to take my pointer finger, I'm going to play 13 on B, 15 on G, 14 on B, to 13, 16 on B, 14 on B, 13 on E, 16 on B, 14 on E, 13 on E. We're jumping the gun again. We're going all the way up to 18. So you got to like stretch that pinky up there. So you're going 18, 17, and then you're going 20, 18. So let's just go up to there. That's the tip. That's the highest note in the whole riff, and now we have to descend. It's like the aftermen. That was the ascension. We're on descension. This is like Gravity's Union and the Hard Cell, and 2's my favorite one. We're on that half of it now. So after we hit 20, I'm kind of shifting, so now I'm using my middle finger instead of just kind of like, this is kind of, it's a lot of pinky work. My pinky's gonna hit that 18th fret. And then on the B string, I'm using my ring finger. We're gonna go 19, 18, 16. And then I'm gonna still use my ring to hit this 18 on G. 17, 15, 14. So that's... We're on the final stretch now. We're going to basically go back up what we just played going down on the G string. So it's 14, 15, 17. Now down to 16 on D. 15, 13. Same on the A string. And then we have 13, 11, 15, 13, 16, 15, 18, 16, and then you end, I ended it there, 18 on the E string. It's quite a doozy. It's a great finger workout, and even if like you don't ever play this song, just this exercise is gonna get this dexterity going. Oh, what's nice about this too is it's all straight eighth notes, so there's no like funky rhythm thing. It's just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we're on to the verse. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's all single notes. Playing 6 on the E string, and then your second note that you hit at the end is what your power chord would be. So you can fret a power chord, just don't play a power chord. You're gonna accent with a power chord, and it's gonna be a lot more impactful than if you were to just play it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And all I do to do the muted note is I just lift my fingers, resting on the string, and I'm just hitting them, and then you play the power chord. 4. Now we're playing a power chord on the 9th fret. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down to a power chord on the 4th fret of the E string. 1 and 2 single notes and 3 and 4. I did a hammer on from the 4th fret to 6. That's your verse. Travis is playing this lick when you go to this 9th fret power chord. He's doing something like this. All octaves. 9 on the A string. Slide from 9 to 11. Back. And then the 8th fret as an octave twice. Down to 6. Slide to 8. And then 6 on the E string. At one point, this lick comes back in. It's just straight power chords. Second fret of the E string. 1 and 2 and 3 eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you can slide them in. Be sloppy with it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the second time, this one on the second fret gets 2 measures just like it did. And now you're gonna break it up. So this is gonna get 1 measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we go to the 4th fret for the second measure. Yeah, so we went over Claudio's part. This is what I imagine Travis is playing. I don't think it's 100% right because I'll be honest, a lot of it is very, very difficult, if not near impossible to hear. We're going to break it into 2 halves. This is the first half because this occurs in all 3 instances of a chorus in the song. Whereas the second half only occurs in the latter 2 instances of the chorus in the song. I don't know why I'm referring to it like that. But, no, essentially, you have the full chorus happening the second and third time. And technically, the last time it's a double chorus, but it's the same part that happens twice. What I'm doing there is I'm outlining this B flat power chord. So I'm going 6 on E, 8 on A to 8 on D. I play that last note twice. I give it a little pinch harmonic. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then I'm going to my 6th fret with my pointer finger and I'm hitting that with a pinch harmonic too. So that's your first one. Second one's very similar, but we time it out differently. Instead of hitting this on beat 4, we're now going to hit this on the and of 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that's going to segue us into this little bouncy part that I like to play. So it's 6, 8, 6, and then we're just going between 10 and 6. 10, 6, 10, 6, 10, 6. I just learned, and I didn't capture this on film, but you could play it here if it's easier for you. So it's 5 on G. So this is way more fun. And then we have our next part, which this is definitely the part that I think is the most buried out of all of it. I went... And it's the same thing twice. It's basically you're on 8 on the A string, 8 up to 6 on D, and then on the A string, 9, 8, and then 6 on E twice. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And we're going to finish that by playing a couple of octaves. 8th fret on the A string, 1 and 2 go down to 4, and 3 and 4 and 3rd fret, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now the second half we're gonna do that. So it's all single notes, and you're gonna start on the 11th fret. I'm sorry, the 13th fret, not the 11th fret. 13th fret of the B string. Straight 8th notes, and I downpicked all of them because it gives you this kind of like more aggressive. If I were to alternate pick, let me just show you the difference. If I'm alternate picking this, and I'm doing this like wide vibrato while I'm playing, it's very anxious. Yeah, we want it to be a little anxious and uneasy because I'm just playing it straight. Doesn't have the same effect as. But then on top of that, if I downpick the whole thing, it's a little more aggressive. And I'm being very over-exaggerating. Like that's too much. But that's the right like mindset, I think, to play this. You're kind of, typically we would play a note and then add vibrato at the end of it. Here we're going to start with the vibrato. So yeah, these are all just straight 8th notes. 11 on, Jesus, not 11, it's 13. 13 on B, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 13 on G, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 13. Now it's 11. 11 on B. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to 10 on G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now we're just doing this little pentatonic run. We're gonna start on 9 on B, and you have 9 6 B on the B string, G string, 8 6, and then you're ending on 8 on the D string. So you have. Do that walk down twice, and then you just do the 2 strings. So you got 9 6, 8 6, and then you're clinging onto that 8 on G, and then you do the rest down. So you're going back up to 6 on B, and then you just do that walk down 2 more times. So So the whole thing is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. You're gonna land on 1. It's weird. It's gonna go a little out. I hope you could hear me counting that. This is like the pre-breakdown section. It's just your diminished scale, and if you don't know what that is, it's very evil and spooky sounding, and it's all made of minor thirds. So we're going to start on the 5th fret of the E string, and we're going to go 5 to 8, and then I'm going to go hit 6 on the A string. So that's your first one. Then we're going to go back down to 8 on E, and then I'm going to hit 6, 9 on A. Then I'm going to hit 6, 9 again, 7 on D, back to that 9 on A, 7, 10. I've had so many technical issues today. I have to refilm this part again. We're going to learn the breakdown now. So I'm going to come into with my ring finger, and I'm going to hit the 6th fret of the B string. No, it's B flat. 6th fret of the E string. I'm going to go down to 4 on my E string with my pointer finger. So I have 6, 6, 6, 4, 6. All on E. Then I'm going to go 4, 6 again. I'm going to bring this pointer finger up to the A string, so I have that 4. And I'm going to go between that and the 6 on E. So you got it. And then I'm going back to that 6 there. So your first part. We're going to do part of that again. We have this. Now I'm going to take my ring finger, slide it up to 8 on the D string. Then I'm going to catch the tritone below that. So 7 on A. My ring finger is going to come catch this 11 on the A string. And again, it's a lot of sliding. You can be sloppy with this. And then from there, I'm going to hit 9 on the E string, like a power chord would be. And also, there's a heavy octave effect on this, so the sliding kind of makes it sound cooler. We're going to do the first half again. And then we have this diminished run that is very similar to what we did going into this section, except we're starting on the 3rd fret. The first time it's cut in half, and the second time it's the full version. I'm going to explain both at the same time because it just kind of stops, or it just keeps going, whereas the first time it stops at a certain section. I'll let you know. But we're going to start on 3. So we have 3 and 6 on E, 4 on A, 6 on E, 4, 7 on A, 4, 7 on A, 5 on D, 7 on A, 5, 8. That's the first time. The second time we're going to continue this pattern, so we're going to do 5, 8 again, and then 6 on G, back to this 8 on D, and we have 6, 9 on G, 6, 9, and now you're going to go to 8 here because these two strings are tuned differently. They're tuned as a 3rd, whereas the rest are tuned as a 4th. So we're landing on 8 on the B string. Back to that 9 on G, 8, 11, 8, 11, 9 on E, 11 on B, 9, 12. So that whole thing is... the whole breakdown, bridge, whatever you want to call it. I goofed it at the end, but you know what it's supposed to be. All right, so now we have the solo. This is with a heavy fuzz and octave kind of thing. 9 to 11. My bad, not 9 to 10. Then you're gonna go 9, 11. Huge bend on 11. Release it. Pull off to 9. Hit that G string middle finger for 10. Then 9, 11. So I'm going to take this 6 on the B string. I'm going to bend that up. It's 6, 4, 6, 6. And then I have 6 on D, 6 on G, 8 on the D string. And then you're going to hit this, you could do it as a double stop. Or you could just hit it as a single note. He's got like a talk box kind of thing going on there and a wad. It's so full of effects. So it's 6, 6, 6, D string, 8, 6, 6. And then this is like a Digitech whammy effect where it kind of keeps going up. I just found the 11th fret of the E string and bent it and kept hitting it. And that's my interpretation of the solo, but I'm open to hearing others. And now, my friends, you can play Searching for Tomorrow by Coheed and Cambria the wrong way. I'm excited. I'm going to try to teach you guys the whole album to the best of my ability, and I hope you will stick around for that. If you learned something from this video, give it a big old thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Peace out.